What is going on, everybody? I hope you're all well and welcome back to Alan Wake. There was, in fact, something up top here. I got my IRL thermos, like we're collecting for Alan Wake here. My coffee, I'm ready to rock. Man, this game is beautiful. This side right here is majestic. This isn't even the remastered version, too. The graphics held up really well here.
The cabin obviously got its name from the shape of the island. It looked like a giant bird leg. Alice had mentioned that the lake was a caldera. There was a dormant volcano under it.
Dormant volcano under it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this game. I think this is going to be fun. I'm definitely in the spooky mood. I just watched a new-ish horror movie earlier today. It's called The Boogeyman. That was actually pretty good, surprisingly. It's the best horror movie I've seen in a while. Most of the new ones I feel like have been pretty meh, but that one was pretty good. I would recommend it if you're looking for some spooky shit to watch this month. It's pretty unique. It's not something I had seen before. Alright, Alice, let's rock and roll. Ah, castle awaits. I'm sure this is gonna turn into like a dungeon hell of horrors, but man, I am jealous. I'd love to take a vacation here. Assuming the hellhole shadowy demon stuff that we dreamt about doesn't catch up with us in the real world. We can skip the shadow demons, right?
Come on, here we go. Let's take a look inside.
I was trying to figure out who she reminds me of, and it's Lucy. Alice, even her character model, reminds me of Lucy from Assassin's Creed. Super similar character model.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Sure. Want to take a look around anyways.
A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before. Hello? Anyone here?
Kept from sleep, in her dreams to prevail. I can't read those two because the camera is like tilted. The Labyrinth of Me, I think, is the green one, and then the other one is way too small. I'm getting old, dude. I can't read that shit.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. A famous artist, no less. We'll see if we can rope him into an interview later on. Now let's go to the phones. Caller, you're on KBF-FM.
Hi, Pat. It's Rose.
Why, hello, Rose. What's on your mind?
I know who that famous artist was. It was Alan Wake, wasn't it? He's my favorite.
Well, there goes the anonymity.
I just saw him at the diner. Oh, I am so excited he's here.
You read it as
He's glad to be here, too. Well, folks, I got
it wasn't
secrets
until
now.
this.
This is Pat Main on KBF-FM.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. I appreciate you.
So much for keeping a low profile.
Appreciate your discretion. Great ambient noise here too, like the birds and nature chirping in the
Cabin
background.
like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier.
Yeah, time capsule of a better time. I wish my house looked like this. You know, a place like this these days probably goes for like a cool
For a
couple
moment,
million.
The oppressive feel of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned. Damn. I needed to get the power running in the cabin. There had to be a fuse box or a generator somewhere on the island.
Oh, fuse box I'd imagine would be in the basement. Generator is obviously outside. Sure, nothing creepy will happen in the basement, right? It's locked. I guess it's all outside then.
The power cable goes to that shed over there.
Shit like this is so creepy to me. Like the old kids' toy, like rocking horses and stuff.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
You can hope.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
It's an interesting mechanic. It'll be interesting to try and do under pressure.
The lights are on. Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing. Have fun.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
Gorgeous. I'm relaxed just looking at it, and I ain't even there. I'm sure that's all about to change.
Alice? Honey?
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Hey, what kind of surprise we talking about, Alice? It's YouTube, yeah.
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice, everyone keeps...
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like
That's
that.
a little bit of an
That's not-
overreaction.
Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice! God damn it! I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through.
That's kind of fucked up.
Damn it.
They're using her phobia against her.
Alice? Alice? Alice!
Man, that scream was blood curdling. Demon birds.
Alice, I'm coming! It's all right, I'm coming!
I was looking at the wrong demon
What
birds.
the hell?
Help me!
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Dude, you'd feel like such a prick. He like overreacted over the typewriter and stormed out, and then she like fell into a river or a lake.
Alice? Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot. Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
Dude, that was such an overreaction. She's like, I got you a doctor that could maybe help you with writer's block, and he started yelling about being
The gas
committed.
station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Yeah, I was definitely on the money with the troubled relationship, couples retreat kind of vibes. Ain't no way you just snap randomly like that out the blue, and it doesn't happen often.
Damn.
I don't know how we ended up in the crashed car on the cliffside from diving in the lake. Well, I'm sure this is fine. Nothing ever goes wrong in the woods. Lions,
Hello?
tigers, bears, oh my. Jesus.
Hello? Is someone there?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
F5 to pull these up.
By Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
That's a little foreshadowing there. Yeah, the pages here are really cool. I love that. I'll try and grab those when I see them.
Anybody there? Please! I've been in an accident!
I'm still kind of getting stuck on how pretty this game is. This looks great.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
I mean, graphics have never been super important to me, but even that aside, this just looks good for its age. I would totally play this now. This is like acceptable now to me. Some of the cinematic cutscenes are a little lackluster, but in terms of open world stuff, like exploring, this looks beautiful. Has personality. Hidden treats, question mark? Or death in shadows? Neither. It's spacebar to jump. I try to remember my controls. Graceful.
Anybody there? Please! I've been in an accident! Hey!
Quit
Hey,
it with
you!
the shouting.
There's been an accident! I need help!
Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
This is why they tell you not to take your work home with you, Stucky. I do not like that I don't have a flashlight or anything right now. I guess I could throw some coffee at him. I guess it is my version of holy water, right? Just splash it in his face.
The Taken stood before me, It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Let's go towards the shining light, Alan.
It's the latest.
Take the deposit, bro. It's not that deep.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Hey, you made a Shining reference too. Great minds, Alan. Okay, we got a flashlight now. Yes, definitely want the batteries.
During your record, trying walking, it's the latest thing in
Yes!
testably
Nightfall, Sheriff.
proven. Let you
Hello? Hello?
one stone. You can see
Despair.
Alan, I think we should get out of the cabin. Yeah, I think we should leave. Yeah, let's not stun them then.
More of them.
Bait him into the big light.
My head pounded with a concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick. Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Hell yeah, we got a flag gun. Keep an eye out for those yellow arrows. Take me to some supplies. I fully intend to walk around with max stacks of everything 24/7. Especially batteries, bullets or whatever, but I need to be stocked up on lithium.
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
it's rabbit season.
Yes, give me all that.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now, she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
Poor girl. It's actually kind of sad. Small town girl just wants to be friends. That's bad, man. Let's not get electrocuted. Got enough shit trying to kill us without me walking into lining or yeeting myself off the map again.
What the hell was that? When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Yeah, well, I do want to look, because I don't want to fall off the giant tree. Coffee. This shit is way too quiet. Where's the catch? I know you ain't gonna let me walk through this part without being ganked.
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
One hell of a refund policy. That's more yellow paint. Show me the loot. This game has really good atmosphere.
Taken. They're taken.
The taken are filled with darkness. That's my lithium ion. I'm so gravy on bullets too. I got 33 shots. I don't have to worry about like saving ammo yet. We juiced.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
I already have a max stack of ammo.
There was no power.
Power's out.
There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
That looks like money. I didn't see him throw that. Looking right at him too.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came.
Swooping
I
is
spun around
bad.
just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
I'd like to find some more flares so we can... Oh, absolutely. The essentials for any horror game is a shotgun. Now I'm about to play like I play Resident Evil games. Looks about right. Okay, I was gonna say it might be a little low, but I think it's good. Yeah, money. Easy money. That's gonna bother me if I don't. It's fine. Totally worth the damage. I can't in good conscience walk away from things that shine. No. It's weighing my options like time versus reward right there. The crazy part is I'm pretty sure you don't even get anything for collecting those. I already have the achievement for it on Steam. But loot is loot. If it shines, it's mine.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't
Me
cooped
too.
up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and don't keep you company all night long if I weren't. It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Oh, Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but he's just too dumb for his own good.
I hope the best boy's okay.
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
Yo, what a hell of a job that is. I would love to do that for a living. Nighttime radio host. I feel like that's a great job. Stay up at night, shoot the shit with people working nights, play good music. Got some flare ammo. Yeah, for me, that is like almost a dream job. That's super cool.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
Drag our ass through this forest first. Also a clear night, he said.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is...
I got a max stack on that. Never have too many batteries. Especially now it's literally the lifeline. Shot right there. Getting that I missed something feeling. It's gonna bug me. Get this dude's shield broken. It seems really overpowered that the flashlight regens like that over time. As long as you don't use it all up in like one burst, you have like unlimited batteries basically.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that these pages like kind of foreshadow what's coming up, it seems. That's cool. That's a neat little touch considering the main character is a writer. I see more yellow paint. In terms of frequency of recordings for this game, I'm only going to play this game at night when it's like pitch black. So I can't play horror games in the day, it just doesn't have the same kind of vibe. But I'll try and make it consistent.
Salad, though. A man like me needs a hefty meal. That's for the day.
Oh, I feel you, Stucky. 50 meals to get through the day. Now you're speaking my language. You didn't enjoy that though, did you? Smoke him if you got him right. It seems to be pretty sparing.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help, but I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
More shotgun ammo.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it
Science.
to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode.
It's pretty cool. It's like Goosebumps.
If our lives are already written, It would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a
That's an
practical
unfortunate name, isn't it?
demonstration of
Moorcock
the many
Institute.
worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did.
It's almost like they made the game Control just based off this episode alone.
This reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen.
Hey Bill, your immortality machine was unplugged.
Insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane!
Hey Bill, no, put the gun down.
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Ooh, close your eyes, kids.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
And that is how the Moorcock Institute made the 5 o'clock news. I don't know what that button did. This has Boss Arena vibes. Come on, Stucky, where you at?
It can be dangerous. It requires patience. No.
Say goodbye to your friends.
The engine takes cool. Dropping tools. Bounce isn't easy and fail. Then rent car! You should well
Fast as fuck. The Agent Smith over here. Suck on this, Mr. Anderson. And that is why I like shotguns for horror games.
Body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
I think with Stucky dead, we should be good for a little bit. Although that one's gonna be a little hard to explain to law enforcement. No, you don't understand, officer. He is possessed by shadows. How are we doing on shotgun? Still got 9 shells and 1 flare.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice. After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself. Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling, caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
So that happened pretty much right after we saw him last, when we drove away without the keys.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
That doesn't bode well.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
Before, let's see. Gotta be some goodies here, right?
I had to get inside the gas station to find a phone to call for help.
I guess I was wrong. What do we got on price? You make it out? No, you can't. I was about to say, that's how we're really gonna know if this is a fantasy game or not. If gas is affordable, then that's how you know it's a fantasy.
I'll write. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost. I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Yeah, we found a page about that a little bit ago. Those do foreshadow upcoming things. That's cool. The 68th Annual DFS, September 15th to 18th. Games and activities. Raffle tickets, fishing competition, pie contest, and surprise competitions. Hey, count me in on the pie contest. Live music. For the children, Buck-Toothed Charlie, only in the afternoons. And Montgomery the Mystic's Amazing Phantasmagoria, also in the evenings. Don't miss the legendary DFS parade. I wish I lived somewhere that did shit like that. That had like some kind of special local cultural thing.
Nightfall Sheriff Station.
He's the sheriff the page said we lied to.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Yeah, strange visitor in a town smucks the mechanic and talks about how he's been staying on a cabin that doesn't exist. Probably keep that from the local sheriff too. Alrighty guys, this seems like the perfect place to wrap the start of a new episode, so that's gonna be it for this one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, check out the links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Alan Wake. Have a good day guys, take care.